Hello, and I hope everybody's doing great on Magical Monday. It's going to be a very busy day for me, so I'm going to have to make this brief. I did do a reading today and I wanted to get it out. So let's get into this. We had some great cards come out. We did get the first card we got was the Six of Air. And it's a time for research and investigation, look at and compare and range of options, weigh the pros and cons, be willing to compromise, don't let rigidity hamper possibility, success, a moment of empathy, step into your personal power and do not discredit what others offer. The Six of Air symbolizes a bad habit of making comparisons in a divisive manner that separates and creates a situation. When the Six of Air appears, it is cautioning you to be more embracing of others' differences and warns not to fall into the trap of judging others because they think you believe in a different way. It comes to remind you that we are all different and that the one thing that we all have in common is just that we are all different. Every single person has beliefs totally unique to themselves, shaped by their own experience and knowledge. Don't be too quick to discredit what another has to offer, just because their perception is different to your own. Yeah, that's a great card to start this off because it's a solution. It's the compromise as we consider the options, and we have to consider all options. So that was a good message to start our Monday off. And the card that we got with that was growth, and it was the Ace of Wands. Step into your power, invent, talk, and create. Whatever you say now will be well received. So that was actually a good combination of the listening to others and realizing that they have their own beliefs and it's okay. You know, some people, we all try to make somebody believe something that we believe, and sometimes it doesn't work that way because we look at them like, yeah, well, I don't believe what you're saying. And they're like, well, I don't believe what you're saying. And I guess you gotta, just this is a let go of the past card. This is the 8 death and rebirth. And when the death and rebirth card appears, it represents a moment of dawning awareness. When you realize you want a different life to the one you are living, your beliefs have changed in a radical way, or you do not really like the person you are and are on a path to becoming. It is a sudden change of mind that transforms who you are in a very short span of time, sometimes instantaneously. Have you ever experienced a moment when you have seen yourself reflected in the words and actions of another person and find yourself suddenly wanting to be a better person? It is not a judgment of the other person, but the simple awareness that you are not presenting yourself in a manner that is in alignment with your core values. It is a light switch moment. When you change from one state of being to another in a heartbeat, it is time for a new beginning, a change in beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. Letting go in these moments is the easy part. But to those around you, the changes that have gone on within you are not obvious until they are acted upon. Sometimes that involves making real changes in your life, changing your lifestyle and behavior, your career, your relationship. Sometimes you even have to change the way you speak because your new state of mind and beliefs are in conflict with the manner in which you express yourself and communicate with others. Maybe you used words that suggest a lack or restricted or limiting belief, and you are so used to using them that embracing positive terms feels alien and awkward to being with. Keep going. Continue to be mindful of your negative dialogue and changing it accordingly. Remember also to be kind to yourself. A sudden change of mind needs time to filter through the manifest in your behavior, especially if the change is one that also ends long-term patterns of behavior. The death rebirth card signifies that awareness is key. For the time being, actions will speak so much louder than words. Do not tell everyone that you have changed. Instead, be the change. Yeah, that is a great message for today because everything in these cards right now is saying that. It's like, we don't believe, we have our own beliefs. Some people will not change because of their beliefs. They won't even look at anything because they have their beliefs. And sometimes that leaves you stagnant because we get in these indoctrinated beliefs and it's hard for us to come out of that. The other card we got with that was the imagination, the Page of Cups. Enjoy the lighter side of life, allowing yourself time to play and let your imagination run free. Yeah, I think all these cards right now are really telling us that we need to step back and we need to be look at things a little better. Now, the next card we got was the Nine of Air, and this is open the possibilities. Everything today is the possibilities. Everything today is what our possibilities could be if we would release the old dogma in our mind and open our beliefs to new ideas. And I think that's a lot, because our possibilities could be infinite. Know thyself and know the universe. Yeah, the Nine of Air represents the imagination and our connection to the universal consciousness, which is interesting because we just got the imagination card. We really need to use our imagination a lot more. All too often, we allow fears, sometimes imagined fears, to prevent us from leading a happy, proactive, and fulfilled life. We limit our potential because we imagine we will be laughed at. We do not express our thoughts and feelings because we fear that others will do or think of us. If we are honest, we imagine failure, and so we may simply not try. The Nine of Air represents the opportunity to use our imagination, to banish our imagined fears. You may have a fear of heights, even if you have not fallen in reality, because you have imagined falling, or you may choose not to take an opportunity and try because you have imagined failure. Likewise, you may reject a potential relationship because you imagine it not working. But just as you imagine your worst fears, you can also imagine success. When you find your imagination taking you down a negative pathway, you can choose to take control of your dreams instead. It is in your power to shift and change all that you imagine. When you see failure, change it to success. When you imagine an ending, instead see a beginning. When you fall, learn how to fly. It is your imagination. It is yours to control, to manipulate, and to create. Imagine your fears away. I love that. That was great. Because the other card we got with that one was, make sure this is the right one, is loyalty. It is that's another nine. Oh wow, we got one, two, we got two nines and two aces. That's interesting. Devote time and money to your interest in your home. You can be the center of your world and appreciate all the good things in life just now. Yeah. We can. We need to start appreciating things more. We don't appreciate life as much as we should. The one we got, and I love this card. It's so gentle and it's so beautiful and it's so earth, and it's the Three of Earth. Time to make preparations, risk future goals and ambitions, invest, sacrifice, equal rewards. A time of restriction or adversity, increase opportunity. The Three of Earth ask that you be sure of your motives, as they will play a defining role in the outcome that manifests. For instance, if your goal is to be successful and powerful, is based on a need to feel you are a higher standing many others, you will quite likely be knocked from your pedestal. If you desire your desires to possess and control, you may well be met with loss and chaos instead. Keep in mind that in all things you will reap what you sow. If you want instant gratification, you may find you are met with disappointment. If you spend all your time worrying and second guessing yourself, you may find yourself making more mistakes. The Three of Earth also cautions against becoming so focused on your goals that you forget to consider the emotional needs of those around you and give the appearance of being insensitive and selfish. Do not create distance between yourself and those you love. Intimacy and connection are essential, especially if those you love are the reason you seek to better yourself and your future prospects. Yeah, those were great cards for today. Um, I think we need to think about stuff like that because we're going through a lot of stuff right now. Now the gateway of light activation, we got one card, and it's the inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, and laying foundations. I think all these cards are pointing us to this, the laying foundations. The base chakra, also known as the root chakra, is found at the base of the spine and is the energy center that governs our connection to the physical world and all its lessons. This card transports us to the energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We are being given a powerful opportunity to root down and claim our right to be on the planet, and claim the truth that ultimately we are safe. In the image, there is a gateway below a giant tree. This realm is called the underworld. This is the spiritual realm visited by shamans journeying to collect energies, meet guardian beings, and reclaim parts of being left behind. Know that if you are searching for parts of yourself, you have the opportunity to find them and build stable foundations. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. You are becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on this planet. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now. And although at this time you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay are exact what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you've buried deep within and reclaim gifts you've abandoned. If you are starting any projects or are thinking about taking up something you've had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds are planting are sending roots deep into the Mother Earth. You are held, you are supported. Yeah, that's great that we got that because we just got the Earth. And I think we are so supported if we are grounding ourselves and getting ourselves grounded. Okay, the Soul Helper Oracle. We got a number 18, which is another 9. Everything we got today was a 9 almost, except for a couple aces. And I think there was an 8. Interesting. Lost in the ruins of the past, find the way to the present moment and live. Every time we get this card, it reminds me of the movie Where Dream in let's see, how did it go? In Dreams May Come. And it was a Robin Williams movie. And his wife ended up committing suicide. They were all waiting in heaven for her. They had all died in a car accident or something. And she committed suicide. And she was in a place like this. She was lost. And he had to go save her from heaven. And when he got there, she didn't believe it was him. She was lost in the ruins, basically, in the ruins of the life. And he tried to convince her, and he couldn't convince her. And he said, okay, if I can't convince you, I'm going to stay with you. So he started to lose himself, and she realized it. And she said, no, no, come back. And I'm not going to say the ending because you might not have seen it, but let's just say he pulled her out of the ruins, and we need to pull ourselves out of the ruins. Sometimes we get lost in our mind, and it's just the mind playing games with us. You are a traveler on the path of your soul. You will need all your courage as you are following the light of your heart into an uncertain future. However, you have now drawn this card, and it is a very important sign. You have become lost in the ruins of the past, in ruins that are the remnants of an unpleasant or difficult time. You have looked back too often instead of looking forward, at times trapped in a place in the past that should have long since ceased to exert power over your life. Even if you could go back, you wouldn't find yourself alone and deserted. You would not meet anyone there. So, what is it that you seek in these silent ruins that can offer you only loneliness and bitterness? They symbolize all your missed opportunities, but you cannot restore them now. They are what they are. If you linger there, you will begin to see your life as a meaningless and sad, when it is really a wonderful and magical adventure. Feel the light of your heart and hear the sound of your soul. Continue on your path to discover endless possibilities, new adventures, new encounters, and even a new love. If you live tenuously in the light portal of the present, your eyes firmly fixed on the future, you will be on the path of your soul. Leave the past behind and find your way back to the present. It is now important to forgive yourself and continue your journey, your gaze fixed firmly ahead. The power animal for the next 21 days is the mouse. The herbal essence is the lemon. The healing crystal is the black opal, and the number is 9. The 9 reveals that you have something new to learn. Be open, receptive, and curious enough to seek it out. You will then find wisdom and unconditional deep healing love. Number 9 will help you reach a point of completion so that you can turn your attention to the mysteries of the unknown and the new, the mystery school. Its energy field is indescribable without being inflexible. Number 9 always remains true to itself. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Those digits also add up to 9. 9 times 9 is 81. That digit also adds up to 9. Multiply any number by 9. Then add the 2 digits of the resulting number together, and they always add up to 9. It is almost as if it absorbs every other number through this calculation. Number 9 teaches you how to do this, to accept the powers offered to you in order to achieve perfection. This number is fulfilled and completion, but also a beginning and an end. Yes. When he decided he was going to stay with his wife, he was a beautiful, happy man waiting for his wife in heaven with his children. And when he decided to be in the underworld with his wife, his facial expression completely melted and changed. It was sad. And she realized that. So that's when she said, no, no, come back. So it's that card makes me feel that way, that we have to come back to what we can't get lost in the past. Now, the first card we got with the angels and ancestors was the mountains. Stand your ground. Hold firm to what you believe in and are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Mountains are strong and wise. They are rooted deep in the earth and reach high in the sky. They have been where they are for thousands of years. They have been home to animals. They have been climbed by humans, and they have seen seasons come and go. No matter what has happened to them, they have remained strong, immovable, and unshakable. And so they offer the spiritual energies of the strength and resilience. Mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the great Mother Earth and reaches high to the Great Father. If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You are resilient and grounded, and the energy and air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you're not sure what you need to do next, the mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Talk things over with those around you and know that change will come to you. You will be whole and well at the end of this current situation, and it will not stand in the way of your future growth and expansion. Yeah, I love that card. That is a great message for today. We also got the eagle, see from a higher perspective. Look at things from a different angle. Fly higher and see new possibilities. In animal medicine, both Native American and Celtic, the eagle draws its power and strength from the sun. It is a powerful, strong, and courageous guide which is able to see for miles. It approaches all things with intelligence, grace, and poise, and has the capacity to make a plan from a higher space before putting it into action. When the eagle card appears in a reading, it shows that you have a real ability to take things higher and to move beyond the limitations of your ego and your selfish desire. Eagle medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your views or visions may be limited at this time. Is there a chance that your own desperation, needs, or egos could be blocking you from seeing the potential in your current situation? If there are other people involved, you are being guided to see things from everyone's perspective. If you are feeling the need for something to change, how can you take the higher road? Know that if your intentions that aren't for the highest good, it will only hold you back. Eagle medicine can help you change this. The eagle brings the energy of healing and love directly from the heart of Father Sky and invites you to do all things from a place of love. Yes, that is a beautiful message. I love that. Okay, we've got the Divine Master, and we've got some beautiful cards. We've got Serapis Bay, Paradigm Shift, Activation to grow, make the necessary changes. And all these cards today have been about that. That's been very interesting. Serapis Bay is the Divine Master who is responsible for helping those on earth move through the process of ascension, which isn't about transcending the body, but fully aligning soul, mind, and body to transcend all earthly limitations. He is a divine being who, according to the ascended master teachings, was a priest or spiritual practitioner during the time of Atlantis. You know, everything we're getting is Atlantis. That is really interesting. I'm going to really start to do a little maybe deep dive into Atlantis. I've never totally deep dived into Atlantis, but I think we need to, because we're getting the halls of Amenti, we're getting Atlantis, we're getting, you know, we're getting a lot of messages from Thoth. Atlanteans who were consciously living connected to source. He fled the land before it was hit by the cataclysm and went to Egypt, where it is said he chose to incarnate several times as a priest. In one of his incarnations, he believed to have, I lost my place, have unified the Greeks and the Egyptians in harmony and peace. To illustrate this, he was depicted as Greek in appearance, but with an Egyptian headdress and breastplate. A temple of Serapis is mentioned in historical texts dating back to 323 BCE. This powerful guide now assists those on Earth willing to move beyond stagnant ways of doing things and into a more enlightened way of living. He is a master for the new age. Wow, that's cool. I love that. This is a time of change. Out with the old and in with the new. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect on what has been learned and how things can grow. You're being invited to move things forward rather than resist the changes taking place. The universe is encouraging you to know that if you do resist change, when it does come, it might be more difficult for you to adapt to it. So don't hide or run from it, but meet it with grace. Your energy is being activated now. This means the gifts and knowledge that have been locked within you are rising to the surface. Your ideas, beliefs, and trajectory are changing, which means changes will begin to unfold around you. If you meet with resistance as you chart your new course, it's important to stay aligned with where you are going and what you are creating rather than be pulled back into the old. You are here to evolve. Love that. Yes, we are here to evolve and we are evolving and we have to adapt. Paul, the other card that we got was Paul the Venetian, Gifted One, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. A lot of these cards are telling us it's time for us to shine. Paul the Venetian is one of the original masters from the Ascending Master teachings and a guardian of the rose pink ray of the heart. Yeah, he has a rose right here on his heart. That's beautiful. It is said that he is the ascended form of Paolo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. He had links with Venice, and when he was ready to pass in 1588, had the opportunity to ascend to help humanity as a spirit guide. As he was a highly talented painter during this early incarnation, he is now dedicated to helping those with creative talents tie them into their spiritual practice and live a spiritual life. If you call on him, he can help you use your creativity as a way of connecting to your higher power. When he comes to you, he brings the energy of grace to help you reveal the deeper parts of yourself to the world. There is a chance that for a long time you have felt misunderstood or like an outsider, probably because somewhere along the way you were discouraged from shining because someone else projected their fears onto you. But hidden deep within you have gifts that can help heal the world. And not only that can help heal you. When this card comes to you, it's time to drop the shield that have protected your heart because you aren't going to be hurt anymore. You are being given an opportunity to shine. Know that the inspiration that's streaming through you is divinely guided energy that can help you be the most authentic and aligned version of yourself. So reveal your talents. Let others see your abilities. Gifts aren't gifts unless they are shared. Share your gifts and serve, knowing you are being served in return. Yesterday we just got that service card, service to others. I think we really need to think about a lot of that. That was an amazing, I love that reading. What was interesting about the Italy thing, and the Venice, and I've got goosebumps. I had a dream about a place in Italy, and I did a lot of near canals like Venice in my astro travels. And I'll have to dig that dream out and go over it because it was a very interesting dream. He was called the Soul of Italy, and I can't remember his name completely. It's been a long time since I had that dream, but I did do some research on it and wrote it down. And he was a freedom fighter. So I will get that information on that dream next time, and I will go over that dream because the Venice and the Italy thing really hit home with me. So that was amazing. I love that reading for today. And it's got to be quick, guys, because it's Monday. It's Magical Monday, but it's Magical Monday. And I've got I'm making homemade dog food right now in the background because I have so much to do today. Hit the likey lovey button. It brings more of our soul family together. I'm going to put some information in the show more section, our GoFundMe page. We think we might have some materials that we're getting really reasonable, and the GoFundMe page might be gone here in the next few days. I'm hoping. So if we can get what we're trying to get for our roof on the shed with the amount that they're asking, they just redid their roof and it's a ways away. It's an hour away, but they've got shingles that they have left over, and they're really reasonable. So we're praying they're still there. We're praying that we can do this, and then that GoFundMe page will be gone. But if you can donate to the GoFundMe page for the hurricane relief, we would greatly appreciate it, and we love you all. And if you can't, we understand too. We love you all just the same. Um, so I'll click that. I'll put that link in the show more section. And I want everybody to go out and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.